Okay, Sebastian,
Hello.
welcome to the podcast.
Thank
you so much for being here on, I would say it's a short notice for always setting up a podcast, but you've been great enough to do it. So thank you once again. For some context for the people seeing the episode, I recently went for a manifestation workshop here in Bali at Coach Cafe, and Sebastian was hosting the workshop there. And it was so insightful that after I went home, I was just thinking about it for a very, very long time, about so many new aspects of manifestation that came, in front of me during the workshop. And just the power in it, like even the funny story about the light going away, still being so engaged, that's not me. Like I would just go off, but the stuff you shared and being so engaged, even with all the other challenges around, it just stuck with me. And then I was like, for sure I need to try and get you on a podcast, and it's happening. So I think I manifested it. Just to start with, maybe if you could give a little introduction about yourself, because I know I did see your profile and I saw in a reel you talking about being a firefighter, which I didn't know before, and that seems so interesting from there to this journey. So maybe a little bit about yourself, how you got into manifestation, coaching, stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. My story. Okay, so I'm from France. I grew up there in the north part of France, in a city called Lille. And yeah, since a very early age, I had the need to help people from a very, very young age. My mother was a nurse, my father was a nurse, and somehow it affected me. And I ultimately became a professional firefighter and a paramedic for 18 years.
Wow.
And in that realm, I was just fascinated about how people behave, why they do what they do, how conscious they are about what they are doing. And unfortunately, the downside of this job was you see the worst in a human being, how they treat themselves, how they treat other people, and how they put themselves in very, very dangerous situations.
Correct.
And I've been learning a lot of it from it, teamwork, how to rescue someone in a very, very, complicated situation with a lot of stress. So it was really about remaining calm amidst the chaos around, because you have to take very quick decision. It has to be the good decision, and you have to be very aware about everything that is going on around. And that's something that is very useful in manifestation as well. I will talk about it later on. That's maybe one of the first things that the audience and you can grasp, like how to stay quiet and calm when it's complete chaos around. It can be natural for some people, and for other people that's something that needs to be learned. How to regulate your emotion, how to not to be affected by the environment, not to react. Or if you react, it has to be in a very wise way, a positive way. We'll talk about it, I'm sure. So firefighting, and one day I burned out, literally burned out. That was too much. I was doing too many things at the same time, and my body just told me, I had to stop, and this period of my life when I burned out helped me to rediscover different part of me that I didn't pay attention before. As a physical part of my body that I really didn't really pay attention, like how to take it more gentle, how to breathe better, how to stretch, how to relax, how to calm down.
Just to jump in and quickly ask you, being a paramedic and a firefighter, I assume you should be at the highest level of your fitness. So even in that situation, still, is that a feeling that you had? Wow.
Yeah, so because they train you to perform under pressure, to be very athletic, right? But they don't teach you how to regulate your stress. It's not even part of the training, which is a shame.
Actually, they should.
How to relax, how to calm down, how to take care of yourself. This is not even, it's not there. So hopefully it will come later on in different training, but no, I didn't have that, but I've learned it in a different way. After the burnout, I had the opportunity to travel to Asia. I went to Cambodia, and something crazy happened. I had a spiritual awakening experience with a monk in a temple, and that was really the start of my the shift of my reality. I was just seeing everything differently, and
wow.
I was seeing myself also differently.
There just was like one instant.
Just one, wow. Yeah, just one. That was the start. And from this point, I met shamans. I met high performance coach. I met multimillionaire. I met expert in nutrition, expert in quantum medicine. I had the whole package. So I was able to dive into all of these different modalities, to learn from it, do the experience. And one that really affected me the most was the shamanic experiences, plant medicine, psychedelic medicine, but also other stuff.
Yeah.
And then just learning, and one day in that curve of growth, I stumbled upon a documentary called The Secret. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it was a really short documentary, like I think half an hour. I just look at it like, manifestation, what is that? And they basically explain you how your thought and belief influence your reality and how you can actually live your dream life if you adjust your mindset, if you adjust your emotion. And they were talking about different tools that you can use, visualization, dream board and stuff. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So actually we have this potential where we are literally creator of our reality. And so I'm a very curious guy. I like the science also that back it up. So I just studied, I read the books, went to other gurus that were teaching that. And I was like, wow, okay, apparently that works. And it is a very ancient knowledge. Like if you look at the ancient books, the sacred books,
correct.
It just tells you like, human potential, they can do that. They can create their own reality. I'm like, okay, so let's try. I tried, the first thing I tried, it was about, I had to sell my house at that time.
Okay.
I had a house, I renovated it, I owned it, then I wanted to get rid of it. And I tried the technique where they were saying, visualize that your house or your whatever you need to sell is already sold. You need to feel that way, like it's done already. It's not done physically yet, but you have to feel it's already happening. So like, okay, I'm gonna meditate, visualize, and I did for maybe 3 or 4 nights. And meanwhile, I was also purifying my house with smudging, incense and stuff. And I was just saying mantra, I think, like, okay, may this house be purified to be, for it to be sold next week. What happened is different agent came, real estate agent, and I think the 4th person that came, I knew that this person, I don't know why and how I knew it, but I knew that was the guy who was going to sell my house. To let you know, that was almost impossible because my house was not finished. That was maybe 70% finished.
Oh, okay.
The market at that time was really low. But the guy came, we met, he said, okay, I'm gonna sell your house. All right, cool. And the first people he brought visit the house, and they were like, okay, yeah, we buy it. It's the exact price I wanted to have it. And then I was like, okay, it's working. And I tried other techniques, other thing I wanted to manifest. Too many stories in the podcast I cannot share now.
Yeah.
And I made it a way of life, man. I mean, I was like, there's this magic. I have a natural skill as well that are already there, I think. So I'm very grateful for that. And I just use it every time. And it works all the time. And after that, after the experimenting of manifestation in my life, I ended up in Bali. So I make it short. There are many episodes in between.
Yeah, it can go super long.
And in Bali, that's where manifestation really kicked in on the next level.
Okay.
Because Bali is a magical island. It's very spiritual. There are thousands of temples. So the energy is amplified. So when you combine manifestation with a high area of energy, then everything happens much quicker.
Okay.
And in Bali, the particular thing is that you manifest very quick, but you, in the process, you face a little bit of challenge because you manifest things that you don't want as well, that are not you.
Okay.
It's not you. So I was manifesting stuff that I'm like, no, actually it's cool. I got it. I have it, but it's not me actually. It's not really my real me, my true self. That's why I as well say you don't manifest what you want. You manifest who you are. And body is this place where you really shed the layer of the different identity you build up on a lifetime, you know. And so I had to really strip away those layers of false identity. Like, I thought I was this guy, but I'm not. Oh, I thought I was also this guy. Actually, I'm not. The ego also, you know, kick in. And then until you reach the truest part of yourself. And that's where manifestation really like engage crazy. Yeah, but you need to be ready for that.
Okay, and then obviously you made it your purpose to teach other people the same.
Yeah, exactly. So Bali became my home. I settled here, host different retreats, been doing some consultant job for retreat center as well, offering one-on-one session, group session, and I made it a mission to teach manifestation to as many people as I can, and also to as many people that are ready to receive this knowledge. Because this kind of power, with this power comes a lot of responsibilities, right? It's not like, oh, okay, cool, I can manifest whatever I want. Yeah, you need to figure out first who you are. So then you don't manifest based upon what you are not. So it comes from your true essence, and it's more authentic. It's pure. And that creates a beautiful ripple effect. I mean, imagine if all the entrepreneurs were mastering the art of manifestation. How the world would be. And I know a lot of entrepreneurs that have amazing, life-changing ideas for the planet, for nature, for people. And they are like blocked or they struggle. Why? Because they don't, part of it is that they don't have the whole knowledge about manifestation. If they have it, that's it. I mean, we would live in a sustainable world, I'm sure about it. So I made it a mission like, okay, the more entrepreneurs have this knowledge, I think that can bring more balance into this planet.
I think that's an amazing industry to be in as well. Like as a coach, if you just ace the way to teach entrepreneurs how to manifest their stuff into reality, you could do so much better for the world. I think that's beautiful.
I doubt about it, man.
I think that's an amazing introduction, makes people look forward to what else they could hear from you through the podcast. And I think all the experience that you've shared, the reason I have this tattoo as well, I just have 3 tattoos on my hand.
You will find
and this, it's also from, because of the experience I had, and that's why manifestation attracts me so much, is because of my life experiences. Like I manifested my college results, I manifested seeing people in real life. Like, you know, I just one day had a thought and the person would appear and I would be like, okay, this is not magic, this is because truly there's some force behind it. And that's how I sat with it, and therefore I am so inquisitive and want to know more and more about this energy and this world of manifestation.
How did you discover the manifestation? So you realized that there's some magic happening, you think about someone and it's popping up?
Yeah, that had happened. Like I think it was a dream, or it was a subconscious thought on a particular day of seeing someone. And I went to a restaurant with my family that evening, unaware about that same feeling and that same person. And I sit at the table and I look up, and within seconds that person walks in. And I was like, wow, like what's happening, you know, with me? And that was a time in my life when I was operating on really high energy and vibrations. Like I would never doubt myself. I would be doing everything, committing to my promises, really like I was praying every day, you know, stuff like that. So that was beautiful, and hopefully want to get back into that soon, because I feel life takes you through.
When was it?
Quite a few years ago, actually, maybe 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
But I've never left it. Like I write down everything I want. I still believe it. I still do my affirmations when I can, but that was a different feeling altogether. I think that was like my prime of when I was operating on it, because I was doing it with such belief. Like for my exams, I remember getting up every morning, and before opening my textbooks, I would just scream it out loud that I'm going to see you on stage, I'm going to see. And it was even better than I expected, like because I came first in my university, like my picture was on boards and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, I didn't want it to be that way, but it gave me more, like God gave me more. So it was beautiful. And since then it's been a journey.
That's a good point. Wow.
So for this podcast, just to set some premise, it's like I attended your workshop. It brought about like a lot of curiosity in me, and to some point I'm also a little selfish to ask my questions. through, and I bet other people have the same ones. Like, it's not just me in this world who's curious about it. Yeah. So that's what I want to do. To start with, because a lot of people still don't know what manifestation is, right? Yeah. So let's say there's someone who's a layman who has no idea about law of attraction, the secret manifestation. If you have to explain it to them maybe in a couple of lines, how would you like explain manifestation?
Yeah, there are different definitions for me, but one that is quite recurrent is manifestation is really the art of the process to align thought, emotions, and action towards a specific outcome.
Okay. Very simple.
It's very simple. That's what we do every day. Yeah, it's really creating a situation and then how we respond to that situation and how we create another one and another one and another one. That's what we do all the time. And there are different levels of manifestation. Last time in the workshop I said, we create our life, our situations all the time, every second. And there are two categories. There are people who manifest consciously. And what I mean about consciously is that they know the energies they are putting out to create a specific situation. It's all prepared. You tune your energy, your emotion, your thought and ideas towards this specific outcome, so you are very aware of it. And you have another category of people where they manifest in their life unconsciously. What it means is that they have no clue about what's going on in their life. So you might ask someone random in the street, what are you manifesting in your life at the moment? What are you creating? And the person will answer you, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, and those people tend to fall into the victim mode, like, no, it's because of him, it's because of that situation. They're gonna start to blame everything around for what's happening to them. Yeah. Now there are exceptions to that. I mean, I mentioned in the workshop too, if you are born in Syria, in a war zone, and I mean you are 7, 8 years old, and you start, and someone will tell you, that you created the situation, the war around. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just happened like that. Yeah. So there are some place in the world where manifestation is relevant, and other place in the world like war zone where it's not relevant.
So is it like those people are operating like with the 20% that we call destiny? Like, is that what you could say? Or
I think
it's
so,
just being an unfortunate time?
It's maybe a karmic thing, it's maybe a destiny thing, it's maybe another lifetime. This stuff, it's beyond my understanding of how a universe works.
Correct, yeah.
That can be, And for us that are lucky, we are born in a healthy environment, if I would say. We have our experience, but we are here and we can now use our potential to maybe help those people that are in war zone somehow. We can definitely shift that stuff. We can create a free war zone in the world. The more people learn to manifest, the more we can counterattack those who are manipulating people, those who are like very high in the hierarchy, because they use manifestation all the time to modify our perception of reality. So if I come back to the definition of manifestation, I would say also that it's about the ability to modify, change or improve your reality. That's it. Improve, change or modify your reality using your imagination, using communication skills, using spiritual skills.
So basically a number of tools that you could use for all these.
And what comes with manifestation is a toolbox.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have hundreds of different tools.
Okay.
Some tools fit, for example, if I take visualization, which is something that probably everything has been heard about, how to visualize an idea, a dream, and to make it happen. You hear that a lot into the sport combat or any sport, like I like UFC and Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
He talk about manifestation and how he visualized before he gets to the...
I've seen that one, yes.
That's a very recurrent one. It's a very efficient one, but not everybody is able to create image in their mind.
Is this consciously, right, that they're doing it?
Consciously.
They're sitting with that feeling, thinking about it.
They create the image, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a very deep technique, and that works on your physiology, even on your muscle. I mean, there are a lot of books that talk about the power of visualization, how deep it goes. Yeah. Now, for you, that could work, but for another person, maybe it's not gonna work. So we're gonna use another tool that is more adequate for the person.
And like, how many of these tools would you say exist for people to manifest? Like, visualization is one. What would be like some other really common ones that?
Yeah, very common one we hear is affirmation.
Okay.
You know, to repeat a certain affirmation until you believe it. I tend to say you become what you repeat.
Okay.
So repetition, even if it's a mantra or exercising, is another tool for manifestation.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah,
actually.
you know, you repeat, and eventually it's going to happen. Yeah. And then another one will be the self-image.
Okay.
Yeah, self-image is a very powerful one. It's not really in the media. Self-image is how you see yourself. If you see yourself as someone confident, strong, with an ability to communicate well, then this is a person you're going to embody. This is what you're going to become. Yeah. So if people are interested to learn more about self-image, there is an amazing book called Psycho-Cybernetic from Dr. Maxwell Maltz, and brilliant books where you really go into the spectrum of self-image. But that's one is very, very powerful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got a few tools.
Yeah, and other tools such as neuro-linguistic programming that I've been talking to the workshop, NLP.
Yeah. Even hypnosis would be?
Hypnosis is one of them. NLP, in NLP you have
the same, it's a method
it's
inside.
a combination of hypnosis techniques and visualization technique and affirmation techniques. Yeah.
And as you said earlier, is maybe one tool might not work for someone, so they might be using something else.
Shift to another one. Vision board is one that is pretty common too.
Pretty common one, yes.
Why it's common? Because it's visual.
Yeah.
80% of the population is visual. So the more you use visual stuff, the more you're gonna develop the skill of manifestation. Which makes sense.
A follow-up that I had for you, and something that you spoke about the workshop, which I got to know about the first time, which was Taoism, which I didn't know. I just had heard the word before, what Taoism was, but I didn't know that that's a form of. So could you maybe emphasize a little more and explain how Taoism is different from the Western style?
Yeah, okay. So, manifestations, the way to teach manifestations, there is two styles. You have the Western style, so which is about, having a vision, a dream, developing the discipline to achieve that dream, visualization, dream board, affirmation, blah, blah, blah. That's Western style.
Okay.
Then you have the Eastern style, which is related to the Taoism philosophy,
Eastern,
which is the complete opposite, which is about not doing, the art of not doing, to just be present. So it's really about the present moment and just to be, and that's all. And then there is nothing you expect, there is no vision, no dream, no idea. You let your inner state creating the reality around you. You understand? So, and that's very complicated for many people.
I feel like only someone at a very high spiritual level and understanding can do this.
That's where spiritual growth kick in. If you want to master this style of manifestation, which is almost effortless. Basically, you just practice how you feel. That's it. You practice the emotion, for example, of peace, or abundance, or joy, or love, whatever emotion you really want to cultivate. And that requires, a long moment of meditation, of breathing, maybe some practices like Qigong or yoga to open up channels of the body, movement as well. So it's really more physical and emotional. And maybe I would say 90% physical, emotional, and maybe 10% with the mind. So you just stay still, you hang out, you walk around, you feel good, and that's all. And whatever happens, you welcome it. That's what you create based on your emotion. with the experience and all the years I've been trying different things with manifestation, now I'm going to the Taoism philosophy. Why? Because I think because of my previous burnout, so I did many burnout, because I was always visualizing and goal-driven and intention setting, goal setting, all those stuff. And it was tiring. I just got tired.
Yeah.
And since I'm in Bali, I had this, I think, a shift where I'm more into the feeling of myself and to have more peace in my head. Not to think. Actually, I don't want to think anymore. And it gave me a sense of relief. Like, actually, it's so much more simple than I thought.
But do you think that's something someone in the beginning or just learning about manifestation can do, or they would have to rely on the Western style?
That's a good question. Well, I would say it depends where people are at.
Okay.
If it's someone that is already spiritually evolved, then I would suggest this person to try the Taoism way. We call it the Wu way as well.
Wu way.
Wu way.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, the less you do, the more you get. Compared to the West, it's the more you do, the more you get.
Yeah.
All right, both are okay, right? It's just a matter of perspective. There's nothing wrong or right here. Both works. Depend of your energy. If you are more a doing person and into action, then what will fit you the best will be the Western side, and you're gonna succeed. You're gonna manifest perfect. Right? For other people that are more into this spiritual vibe, more peace, maybe about feminine energy as well, which is more tender, then they're going to take this approach.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you can also use both. I mean, there are moments I use the Western style for specific stuff. And
is that something that's a little more detailed? Just out of curiosity, I'm asking you. Is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah, more detailed. So I use that when it comes to, for example, business strategy or marketing strategy, or where I have a client which is more Western style and has to achieve bigger goals and dreams, then I'm going to use more Western style of manifestation. Yeah. If it's someone who is looking for inner peace and a more tranquil life, then I will go more into the Taoism.
So it's like masculine, feminine energy also in a way, as you said.
Exactly.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, it's a dance between the masculine and the feminine. And it's really about your energy, man.
Yeah, very interesting. I think this would throw some light on people because a lot of my people already follow manifestation, but Taoism is not something that everybody knows about. Which is very cool for them. So what I want to do through this podcast and actually teach people on the spot so that they can, how our workshop was, how you taught us, I want to repeat that for people. So I want to maybe get a goal, a very common one, which was again, it's a money goal, and it was in the workshop, which a lot of people, and we saw as entrepreneurs in Bali, everybody wants that. That's their main thing. So I want to pick that and maybe go through the entire process someone could follow to manifest that goal, and then they can obviously at home put whatever goals they want into it. So let's say we spoke about the $10,000 months, which is the thing everybody wants. It seems like it was also my goal and is one of my big goals just professionally. But let's say it's this. If you had to explain this to someone who wants to manifest this in their life, what would you recommend to be the process or the entire thing, step-by-step thing that they need to do?
All right. So the first step will be for the people who wants to achieve that kind of goal, $10,000 per month, to ask the question, why?
Okay.
Yeah, you look for the why. Why you want $10,000 a month? And I can ask you the question, right? You can give maybe 2 or 3 answers, why do you want $10,000 a month? What for?
Okay.
What would you do with it?
I think for me it's about the feeling of freedom and independence, from the background that I come, being an Indian culture, it's all about staying with your family, building, being part of a family business. And I feel if the idea for me is I wanted to get into the coaching space and the online space that gives me the freedom to travel to places like this.
Travel. Yeah. So this is what you will do, right?
Okay.
So we're going to talk about the freedom and also emotion.
Got it.
It's a step after.
Got it.
Travel.
So that could be one why, right? Okay.
So with $10,000 a month, you will travel more. Where? Where would you go?
Bali, maybe Tulum,
maybe
Mexico. The spiritual parts of India that I have not seen yet.
Okay.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Exploration. For spiritual spot. Okay, perfect. So this you can write down because you're gonna manifest that too.
Okay.
All right. So travel more for apparently spiritual discovery because it's a sacred place that you want to go. Okay, so it's for spiritual purpose that you can. You can write it down.
Okay.
You want to earn this money to travel and develop your spirit.
Yeah, that's like one of the important goals.
Yeah.
But yeah, other things also, like certain things that I want for myself, the ability to upgrade my, like for example, the podcast, right? Get the best equipment to give a high quality experience.
Second part would be investment into podcast material.
Okay. Yeah. So I get you're getting very like detailed.
We go to the specific point there.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Now we could go deeper. Like I will ask you how much it's gonna cost you to travel those places to visit those places that you mentioned, and how much would it cost to buy this material for the podcast. We could go very, very, very deep.
Got it.
But then at least that's gonna become clear, and that's the main ingredient in the first step of the why. We are looking for clarity.
Okay.
So for everybody who's listening, and for you too, my friend, clarity. Be very clear, crystal clear.
Right to the T. What is that end emotion or feeling that it's going to satisfy?
Not the emotion yet.
Okay, just the
thing that you want to manifest. The travel, the places, which hotel. I mean, go as far as you can.
Okay.
Which temple, who you want to meet. If it's
you can put dates as well, I assume.
Details.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as you can.
Okay. Got it.
All right.
Yeah.
For the podcast material, you will write down all the list of every piece of equipment you need and how much it costs.
Got it.
So that gives you a tangible and realistic goal. And then you develop the clarity, and the brain likes clarity. So then from that point, you develop some image, and for the traveling, some places that actually you're going to start to narrow focus for what you want. So because what you focus on expand, but what you focus on has to be very, very clear. It's like Conor McGregor when he visualizes and he knows he's going to do this very specific move at this very specific time. Then that's going to happen, right? Here it's the same. You have to be so clear.
Okay. For someone who's, let's say, having certain goals, but like when they get down to the they know that they want that, but when they get down to the clarity of it, let's say for the equipment, it's just I think it's a newbie example or something that a lot of people don't do manifestation, they don't know. Like let's say it's a particular camera that you want, but right now in your life you're like, I'm at a stage where I'm not sure what it might be in the next month. So they're not that clear. So is that fine, or they really need to figure out in the first instance when they start their process of manifestation what it should be?
Yeah, so no, they don't have to be that clear at the beginning, because these kind of goals evolve,
correct, right? Absolutely.
And it's gonna evolve depending of your personal goals too. So this, I think people can wait. They know they're gonna buy some material, like you know it's on the list, but it's maybe not the priority. So you need to prioritize all the things you want to manifest as well. If you prioritize the travel more than the equipment,
then we need to focus on that.
So then you focus on the travel, and the equipment, you know in your head what's gonna be more or less, but it's not that important now.
Okay.
Right. So focus, clarity, and what I've just mentioned, I forgot the word. Focus, clarity, and priority.
Priorities.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Again, I repeat this quote again: what you focus on, expand. Priority is the ingredient where you're gonna have this first thing you want to achieve.
Okay.
Right?
So that's the why, right?
Yeah, the why.
And then after that we would go to.
So the why. Then the second step. That's another question. Is how you want to feel about it. Yeah. So the why then gives you the clarity, priorities, and everything. And then after it, ask yourself, but actually, what am I trying to feel? So imagine what you're gonna feel when you're gonna travel. So I can take you right now, like maybe for 1 minute, you know. So just sit down on your chair, relax your shoulder. Yeah. Take a little short break here. Yeah, relax. The more you breathe, the more you get into this relaxed state now. I invite you to imagine you traveling in Mexico, in Tulum. And so you go there, you have your flight ticket, you know it's gonna happen. Eventually you see yourself in the plane, you arrive at the airport, and then you take a shuttle to Tulum, and you know you've booked an amazing place. Here you go. And you're excited. Because since a long time you wanted to be there, and that's it, here you are. Okay. And slowly you can come back, here and now. Alright, that was very brief, huh? Normally that takes longer. But how were you feeling? First of all, were you able to see yourself? Were you able to see those images that I was mentioning, the airport, the shuttle maybe?
Yes.
You were seeing that?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it clear, the picture?
Almost, I would say. Because again, you said it was very short, but if I really went into it and sunk deeper and deeper, it is because already in my head, at the back of my head, I've had visualizations of how it will be.
Okay, cool. So you were able maybe to see trees?
I could see plants outside my house.
I could have gone deeper and
exactly.
ask you, tell you, okay, there you see the palm trees and the plant and everything, the colors, to stimulate the senses. Okay, so perfect. So you are pretty good at visualization.
Yeah.
So that's good for you. And then I saw you smiling. Everybody, I think, saw you smiling. I was like, oh, what was the feeling associated to this smile?
So, because of all the spiritual experiences I've already had and the emotion that it brings out of liberation, of freedom, as I always say, freedom is one word that comes to me, that I'm trying out new things in life, I'm doing things that I want, I'm meeting like-minded people, even like I could get a little, like I've been to many ecstatic dances before, so that feeling that when you are in an ecstatic dance, that shot up. So with the expectation that when I go to Tulum, that's one thing that I'll do, you know, that kind of
ecstatic
dance. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's perfect that you mentioned it. So the freedom is one of the feeling that you know what was merging. Okay, freedom, and you associated freedom with ecstatic dance. Let's talk about it. So you can make like an arrow linked to ecstatic dance. And you said, because when you do ecstatic dance, that just amplify this feeling of freedom, right? So my point is that ecstatic dance can become a tool for you to manifest this freedom.
Wow.
So I'm going to explain a little bit deeper here. So the second question is about how you do feel about that. It's the emotion, which is, I think, the most important piece to understand when it comes to manifestation. We manifest based upon what we feel. All right. In common life, we feel emotion, but we react from a situation. Bomb will blow. Okay, stress, fear, worries, etc. Or someone shouting at us, we react. In manifestation, what you learn is to not to react, but to create an emotion by yourself without any external stimulus. Yeah, so you create it like you did just right now. You created the emotion by yourself. And that's where it's very complicated for most people. How can I create an emotion myself without any external stimulus, right? And you did it beautifully. And once you master that, this emotion, and you cultivate it, then that's where the reality literally shifts. That's where it's becoming weird. Like, oh wow, there are people I meet that really unexpectedly that are perfectly aligned with my feelings and everything. Or you are creating a situation, or money is coming out of the blue, or a client. That's where you realize, oh wow, okay, that's it. It's working based upon what I feel and how I feel. Okay. So that's key point. Key point, I would highlight it 10 times, feelings, emotion. You need to understand emotions, emotional scales. I mean, there are many details to get into this. That's another workshop. But the emotion, and once you identify the emotion that you make a priority in your life, which is freedom, it's a value, it's a core value, then you practice this feeling. You amplify this feeling, so then it becomes you entirely for a more longer period of time. And for someone like you who is seeking freedom in Tulum, for example, so Tulum is an environment, all right, which is the base for you to manifest freedom, apparently.
Okay.
For me, it's Bali. For other people, will be, I don't know, California. For other people, will be China, wherever. But the environment, it's another piece of content as well. It's so important when it comes to manifestation. You need to find the environment that supports your growth.
Okay.
That's it. Support your growth. So Bali for me is like, okay, good food. I like good food and healthy food. Spiritual stuff, I'm a spiritual person. I like it. It's available. Nature, it's available. So I have all this environment that support my growth. But if I'm not in Bali, in a place where there's no spirituality, no healthy food, no like-minded people, I'm not going to grow properly. Therefore, I'm not going to be able to manifest properly. The environment. So some people are stuck in the environment and they are repeating the same pattern, the same problems, the same situation because just the environment is not good anymore. And some people realize that and they are like, okay, I want to change my life, I want to manifest something else. I move. They travel, they go somewhere else. And you did.
Yeah.
Here you are in Bali. All right, so you're a perfect example.
Yeah.
So the environment, Tulum, emotion, boom, ecstatic dance. If I were you, I would go more to ecstatic dance to amplify this feeling of freedom.
Okay.
Until you embody it. And then that's going to bring you to another level of manifestation. You see? How funny that can be. You go, you dance, and through a dance, there's something happening when you move. I mean, it's shaking. It's like you are into the intuitive flow. There are a lot of stuff going on, and you feel good about it. And then that's it. You're gonna manifest people, situation.
So it's mainly about having these feelings and emotions more and more.
More and more.
So either you can put it like in your daily practice or twice in the morning, in the night before. That's how people. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. And then
it's a tool.
It's a tool. Okay. Yeah. This is also something that, as you said earlier, like Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about, right? The emotion bit. Yeah. He's a big spokesperson about that.
He's right. Okay. I like Joe Dispenza for this particular thing. It is where he mastered his craft. Now there's so much other things like NLP that people need to learn, but that point here, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. So this would be the second. After that, what do you think is a?
Well, so the third step will be action.
Action.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Once you understand your why, the emotion behind it, then action. So it has to be inspired action. So maybe you can, instead of just the word action, you can write down inspired action.
And what would that basically mean?
Inspired action is you do something that has meaning for you. For example, the action you do is to create podcasts and host people. It's an act. So you have to set up the space, you have to go on the phone, send message, blah, blah, blah. Okay. You're in action mode, but you need to feel good about it. You need to be inspired. It has to have a meaning for you. If you are doing action and it doesn't have any meaning, then you're not going to have any fulfillment. So inspired action, this is where the when effortless motivation comes. You understand? And this is correlated to the value as well.
Okay.
If you do something that you stand for in life,
as you taught us, the extrinsic sacred values. Okay.
Yes. Okay. The core value system. Okay. Yeah, that's a big.
For somebody, just a question that popped up right now, who may not know like the path or the career that they want to pursue, like they know that they want to manifest $10,000 per month, but sometimes they have a little confusion about what they try different things. Like let's say, take my example, I did multiple things. Like I did a lot of internships, I worked in my family business, then I started building a men's community, and as you spoke about values, maybe somewhere the values didn't fit, or maybe I was not on, I don't know what the reason may be, like the emotion and the values changed and went on to something else, and then usually it's something else, and you can't find that one, let's say, North Star basis which you want to get your manifestation to, or the actions you want to take. What would you recommend for someone like that? And I think I've asked you the question before as well.
Yeah, so core values are always evolving. So for a period of your time you will value freedom, and the year after that will be something else. Okay? Yeah. But if you want to manifest $10,000 and you are not sure about the path you are having, and you are experiencing different experience, I would say to the people who are not sure about what they are supposed to do in their life to continue to seek for their purpose. And how you seek purpose, I think like you do, man. Like you try different things.
Just keep trying.
You just keep trying, and you learn is the process. You learn the success, you learn the failure, and you learn, more important, you learn skills, skill set. Until you master one of those skill sets.
Okay.
And once you become a master of a specific skill set, boom, that's when manifestation goes also crazy. Because once you master a skill set, it means that this skill set, you are very good at it. It becomes so natural
for you to
do it. It's just that's it. It's become new. And on top of that, you have to like it as well. I mean, if you master a skill, usually you have a good relationship with this skill, right? So once you reach that level, that's it. The $10,000 that we're talking about, they're gonna come your way one way or another. Yeah, for sure. And just keep trying. There is no failure. It's just a learning, especially in the entrepreneurial world. I know it's not easy, but it's just a learning.
So would you break it down into this, or you'd say there's more after action?
Well, there is more.
There is a lot more.
Yeah, there is a lot more.
It's a big world.
It has to be also healthy actions.
Okay.
Because I see a lot of entrepreneurs, and me too, I did that also.
Like burnouts and...
I burned out.
Okay.
I was so into my thing, just stubborn and focused, but it was too much. And so I burned out, and I skipped healthy routines in the process because I really wanted to make it happen. I was too much into it. So I had to slow down. And this is what Bali is teaching me.
Oh, okay.
Slow down. There is no rush. Why I was rushing? My heart rate was rushing as well. So in a healthy point of view, I was becoming more tired, more stressed, less sleep, and I was in that, I was decreasing, and that was affecting my manifestation as well, my mental health, my emotional health. So I had to slow down and just to prioritize again. Like, okay, now I have to change my priority. Maybe my goal, I put it too high. Maybe from $10,000, maybe I should put it to $2,000, to less pressure, and to focus more on my well-being. Yeah. Because the more I focus on my well-being, the more I can regulate my emotion. Remember, emotion is very important.
Yeah.
And therefore, the more I can take inspired action, and not to do too much, but to still feel good and energized in the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Healthy action.
So be careful. Yeah, this is one of the pitfalls of manifestation. This
is very important.
Addiction
that you
to it. Yeah. Careful about that. It can be a rabbit hole too. So be very careful.
And this brings me to also one of the last questions, because I feel there's only that much I can fit in a 1 hour podcast. Maybe we do another one soon, or we do it through a workshop or something. I don't know. I think there's a bigger calling here. That's what I feel. But the thing that you just said about bringing your goal down, my final question to you would be like, when you say like $10,000 per month, let's say I'm manifesting that, when do you know that you should bring your goal down? Or maybe that in the current space that you are in life, that's not something you should strive for, as you said, for your mental sanity. Maybe if you go if you're someone who's just starting out, $10,000 is like super high. So let's come a little down so that we feel good that we are getting closer.
Exactly, because that's where you regulate your emotion. That way, like maybe the 10,000 was you feel stressed about it and maybe overwhelmed about it and maybe not capable and not ready to have this kind of mindset to get this 10,000. So yeah, just reduce the goal, put it down, and until you feel better about it, like more, you feel it's more realistic. I think I can achieve that. And then you're gonna feel better about it. So you work on small actions, inspired step, small goals to start with, and then gradually. And when money comes, that's a sign. It's like, that's it, it's coming now. I have clients just popping out from out nowhere with the fee I wanted. That's a sign, that's life telling you, you are in alignment now. You're in alignment, that's good, continue. Then you have other signs, you have master numbers, numbers that you see happening all the time, like 22 or 44. Those are also signs of life telling you, yeah, you're on the good way, continue, or be careful, slow down. So you need to understand numerology at some point. But that's another topic.
Yeah, wow, there's so much to it.
Signs, pay attention to the signs. Like it's happening, manifestation is happening, but you need to see it. Like if you are, and that's why if you are too in the doing, you don't pay attention to the sign.
Got it.
So you put yourself in a sort of trouble or misalignment.
Yeah. Also, I think when you blow the goal, it gives you this adrenaline. Like if you hit, let's say, the first 1,000, then for sure you can go higher.
Yeah, it feels good,
and it's easier also.
It's easier, and you build up confidence as well. And the more you get confidence, the more you're like, I'm able, I'm capable to do it.
Yeah.
And then you are happy to go for the next 1,000. You know? And you give yourself time as well to do that. Like it's not you don't have to do it for next month. Just take a year to try it out, and you put yourself in the right environment. You align your values, you understand them, and you make sure that you apply them in your daily life. And you practice meditation a little bit. Doesn't have to be too much, but just to be able to regulate your nervous system, which is connected to the emotion again. To be able to relax. And this is what Bali taught me as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Relax, dude. Have a massage, have a cold bath, have a yoga, whatever, the beach surfing, lifestyle. And once you are in harmony with all of those components of manifestation, and that's it.
Yeah, I think that was super, super impactful. A lot that we already packed in, I think, an hour or so. So thank you so much once again for doing this with us. And
one last thing, brother.
Yeah.
This $10,000. So I often said manifestation is about who you become. So for people who are listening, and also for you, from where you are now to the $10,000 a month, the question to ask yourself is, who am I becoming in the process? Manifestation is a becoming process. What kind of attitude I need to develop? What kind of communication I need to develop? What kind of skill set I need to develop into this becoming process? So it's a becoming process. The person you are like 5 years ago, who was maybe earning $1,000 per month, from the person you want to become that will gain $10,000 a month, and there is a lot of things happening in between, right? What do you need to heal as well? What blocks
so
you
much.
There's
a lot of work that goes.
What is on your way?
Wow.
A lot. It's a lot.
Who you are and not what you want is what you had said, right?
Who you are. It's about who you are.
That's amazing. Would you want to share with the audience? I love to have people who really take the action in their life to become better. And I know a lot of people are seeking this kind of clarity that you're giving me. So in case you want, you don't need to ask them, but you can just share so that they know how they could, connect with you, how they could do the work, what are basically how they should interact with you and how to get in touch with you.
Well, they can follow me on Instagram. So that's a channel I'm starting to develop right now to deliver some piece of information. It's still surface level.
Yeah.
And I'm planning to organize a free workshop, actually online.
Okay.
It's going to be in January. I don't know exactly when. People can jump on it.
Okay.
And they will have a glimpse of what you've discovered during the workshop as well.
Okay.
We're going to go to the NLP, to the clarity, to all of those stuff. And eventually, let's see if people are ready to go further.
I think that's really nice, and I will promote it for sure. Once you share it with me.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Get a lot of Indians online.
We can talk about it, and I put it for January because 2025 is going to be a very particular year, in my opinion.
Okay.
I believe it's a good cycle to step in to understand yourself and to manifest.
The entire year? Okay, 2025.
It's a very, I'm not going to say too much about it, but 2025, it's where, that can happen. Yeah,
definitely. I think that's exciting to hear.
Yeah, it's an exciting year, 2025. So a lot of things going on the planet, but for manifestation,
hopefully it brings great things to Earth also and sorts out so many problems and wars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully all of that ends. So thank you once again for listening. Sebastian very well shared how you could connect with him. I will also add his social media links and about the workshop in my stories or post about it. We would collaborate on our content, so anyways you'll be able to see his work. And if you're in Bali, I think you can also maybe get in touch with him, meet him, maybe for one-on-one coaching. I don't know what you need in your life, what calls you, but maybe if it fits right, you could connect. And yes, God bless, and hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Sebastian.